Greetings from Korea!
Salutations from Japan.
If you're living in Korea, you might see a strange card game being played from time to time.
Yeah, when I lived in Korea, I always saw ajashis playing it at the park.
It's called Ghost Stop.
And uses special cards from Japan. They're called flower cards because, well, they've got flowers on them.
To discourage gambling in Japan, the government outlawed traditional four-suited decks.
So, people created their own based on flowers and the 12 months of the year. Then, as all men tend to do, they started creating games with the cards.
In Korea, the most popular game played with these flower cards is Ghost Stop. And between friends, it paid for punches, meaning that if you lose, you get hit.
But, more often than not, it's played for cash, despite card gambling being illegal. Nonetheless, it is a popular game when families come together. Each month of the year has its own unique flower. Learning all 12 can take some time, but not important to the game. What is important is that you can spot the patterns and know which cards belong to each group.
The exception is this guy. It belongs to this set, but as you can tell, it looks nothing like the others.
So, how was the game played?
It's really quite simple. Just match the cards and total the points.
A winning score is 3 for a 3-player game, or 7 for a 2-player game.
When you get that number of points, you can choose to go for one more round or stop and win the game.
Hence, the name.
The tricky part is that if you choose to go for another round and another player gets the predetermined number of points before it comes back to you, they win and you lose, no matter how many points you have.
Now, it's important to note that there are a lot of rules, and in this video, we're just going to explain the basics.
In fact, if you're just learning to play, I'd say stay away from the Joker cards and the Ghost Stop rules. Play until all the cards are out, total up the points, and whoever has the most points wins. Once you get comfortable with gameplay, add in the traditional rules and have even more fun.
Cards are divided into several categories, such as junks or skins, animals, ribbons, birds, or kings.
But there are a few exceptions. For example, this December ribbon card, it doesn't count as part of the sets. This particular card counts as 2 skins. The same thing goes with this card. It's also 2 skins. And you know what's even funkier? This card can be 2 skins or an animal. And I don't know why, but this card, it's also an animal.
A 3-player game is played with each player getting 7 cards and 6 dealt to the community pile, face up. We're going to show you how to play a 2-player game. So, each of us gets 10 cards and the pile gets 8.
Play is simple. It starts with the dealer and moves counterclockwise. Take one of your cards and match it to one in the center.
Now most people, when playing a card, will toss it on the table like this.
Then, draw a card from the pile. If it matches one of the cards in play in the center, you get to keep it. And it does! So you get to take all 4 cards. If it didn't match anything, you'd have to leave it in the center for later.
If the card you draw matches the one you put down, creating a pile of 3 cards, you have to leave it there. Only the 4th card from the month can collect the pile.
Cards collected from the center are placed face up in front of the player so that everyone can count the total number of points. But this is where things get a little tricky.
Skins score 1 point for the first 10 collected, and then 1 point thereafter. For example, if you have 10 skins, that's only 1 point. If you have 13 skins, then 1 for the first 10 skins, then 2 more for the 11th and 12th skins for a total of 3 points.
If you manage to collect the 3 birds, you score 5 points. If you have 5 animal cards, score 1 point. For each animal card above that, score 1 more point. In this example, we have 6 cards. The birds score 5 points. These 5 animal cards score 1 point. And this additional animal card scores a 7th point.
If you collect 3 of the same ribbons, give yourself 3 points. Remember that the December ribbon isn't part of a set. If you have a total of 5 ribbons, that's 1 more point, and then 1 more point for each card after that. In this example, the 3 blue ribbons score 3 points. The 3 red ribbons score 3 points, 5 ribbon cards score 1 point, and the 6th ribbon card scores another for a total of 8 points.
The king cards have a few scoring combinations. The easiest is this. If you have all 5, give yourself 15 big ones.
If you have any 4 king cards, the score is 4 points.
If you have 3 of the king cards, there are 2 scoring options. If it includes the December king card, score 2 points. However, if you have one of the other king cards, such as this, score 3 points.
So, there you have it. The instructions to a great Korean game using Japanese flower cards.
Be sure to check the description box for a link to a website with the full rules of how to play.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.